Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo matatag, lakad matatag!
Normally.
Or you could have the anime character, and people prefer the anime character. Oh boy. Asta, he has been on the receiving end of all of those initiations, of all of those gangs, and guess what? Though I really wouldn't want to underestimate Asta. He isn't being underestimated in the slightest. He is constantly being gone on. Taps up that double bubble, keep himself alive with the Marcy gank, but with the Marcy ultimate, the Arc Ward may end up going down, but it does look like they're just gonna get cleaned up on the side of Gorilla here. TNC walks straight to a Sunstrike, gets disposed back, swashbuckles back out again. Very nice multi-hero shield crash. It's gonna keep him alive quite a while. But that's the space created. This 2k of that gold lead are gonna melt away. Arc Warden trying to combo somebody with the help of the Invoker. Doesn't connect. They spy the Mirana, teleporting out. Will instead just turn their sights onto PP. Step RSS dropping low, but it is only her first life. In comes a huge echo stack, keeping Carlo in check, and even with the unleashed Carlo unable to do anything there, as instead Chen gets followed up on in a clean and calculated fashion. Double kill for the Templar Assassin, who is now once again sitting exactly where she wants to be net worth wise, and just waiting for Mirana to have enough farm to really be able to help her out. They are just gonna bash the Beastmaster up the high ground and back down again, as he will be a free follow-up kill. And these Arc Wardens, they've been having impact, but we can see him feed those really valuable big illusions quite a bunch. Arc Warden blinked. We have people dropping left and right whenever Gorilla feel like fighting, and they do feel like fighting once more. Looking for a kill on the Invoker with the Rolling Thunder. Pangolier, can he find Chris? Ooh, yes he can. Interrupting the TP perfectly. And you just don't get to press any buttons, sir. Likewise, Beastmaster, he got himself arrowed up by the Mirana. But while that is happening, over at the bot lane, the remainder of TNC are gonna smoke up. They are gonna look to find initiation off the back of that Marcy, and with Arc Ward's insane damage, he can definitely contribute a lot to these fights already. Like that. That's just a dead undying. And I do hope we see Asta pick up an early Aghanims here. I think thingies, what are they called? Spargrave. I can't micro for crap, so I don't play Arc Warden a lot, apologies. Bok just instantly gets cleaned off the map, but Bok isn't the only threat to creep armies as well. A nice Echo Slam will set up a follow-up kill onto Mavis there though, and this unending aggression has led to an 8k gold lead for the side of Gorilla. Their position 1 hasn't died a single time. This Mirana is now actually starting to right pick for something at least. I mean, if they ever get to farm their own half of the map again, Gorilla are gonna be really disappointed to only find one big creep waiting for them in that camp, while Asta is also farming up Triangle real effectively. Oh, and we do have a pickoff on Chris. Just a solo pickup from Fonte for the most part. Earthshake just helped her out with the double stun, and that's really all you need. Fissure into the enchant totem. PP gets himself an unstoppable streak, showing off what damage he does once again onto a poor unsuspecting Marcy. It will lead to Guru being caught out as a return kill, and without the Undying, without the Tombstone being available, this making around once again off the back of that Helm of the Overlord. And I think that's TNC's biggest issue. It's not like the draft hasn't been functional so far, it's just every time they lose even the slightest of engagements, they feed away so much gold and help all of these carries get aligned so well off the side of Gorilla. TNT going for a really big Rolling Thunder will make the Chen's life a lot more difficult. And in comes the Earth Shaker with a beautiful Echo Slam. The Chen's heal does come on out just before he drops. Dock Press will be the first return kill for that, but TNC, they need more, they know it. TNT, if they could get him, that would be the type of kill they are looking for with the Cold Snap. The damage isn't quite there though. And Sunstrike off the mark as well. TNT, he survives. Together with the Mirana ult, actually aims to turn around, and BO2 goes on down. Doing an excellent job against the Arc Ward so far. Asta doing work wherever he can with those spirits. With a lot of those spirits flying all over the place actually. Chen though, he is gonna get torn to ribbons with the Desolator. A very sharp red scythe thingy that just cuts people apart, especially supports. If they find an engagement where both of them are there, I think that could work out really well. PP is just gonna get his refractions melted through, but once again, he is gonna last the Arc Ward for a ton of gold. I mean, on the bright side, PP's TA almost can't get stronger anymore. With that Sunstrike, it is gonna be a kill. 1,200 gold going the way of the Arc Ward. They did have to commit the real Arc Ward, and that means now Gorilla are out for blood. They bring in the Miran, they bring in everyone. Arc Ward still tanking through this, getting electrocuted up. In comes the Rolling Thunder though, and with the Shivas, that means Arc Ward is dead, Chen is dead, and BO2 got that. BKB wants to fight this up. Will catch the Mirana out as well. Mirana is gonna drop, and this is disastrous, but the main damage source for Gorilla has finally died. Now they can try to turn things around. Looking to do so quite well. Chen even buying back, but look at how fat this Templar Assassin is. She crits for over 1,000 onto the poor little Chen, who really just wants to be hiding behind it. Because otherwise the strat looks mostly functional. I just think 2 Prefures and an Arc Ward, that is too much gold. Swing your enemy's way. Mars, he just gets one shot, and look at the Arc Ward, he gets arrowed, he gets killed. 80 seconds no Arc Ward. Our Gorillas actually gonna take this. With Asta being down for so long, they are definitely gonna attempt to. Tower damage coming out from Fat Mirana core is also something you do not want to underestimate. Nice mana burn from the Invoker is gonna help with the zoning, but look at the damage that Mirana plus TA are putting onto these objectives. In comes the Pangolier, nice stun onto the Beastmaster as well. Beastmaster, he's just unlocked up, and PP still going ham. He doesn't even. Oh my god, this Handstrike though kills off PP. I was gonna say he doesn't even have the Aegis and he's diving so deep. They do find the punish for it. 30 more seconds they need to hold. Then Arc Ward is back, and things are gonna get real easy for the Dire base. They kill off the Undying as well. 2 minutes of Templar is a very powerful hero by TNC. Arc Warden finally starting to hit hard with that second life of his, as he's attempting a solo Roche. If only they had some form of armor reduction. And the retreat ping comes on in, as they realize, hey, guys, I think Gorilla know what's going on. They definitely do. Pangolier, he gets Tornado, gets caught out, drops low. Dock Press will be the first to drop, and oh my god, on the backlines of that though, Mirana killed Arc Warden again. 80 seconds, no Arc Warden once more. Without the Arc Warden, TNC are just naked. Triple arrow off the mark. Doesn't matter that much to TNC, to TNT though, who is super. Uh-oh, that is gonna be Chen caught out, found, and destroyed. Tier 2 tower, dropping the second the Arc Warden bubble goes down and can't dodge things anymore. Don't ask me how a tower is dodging things in the first place. So they can finally take fights advantageously. Arc Warden being a prime example, but even with more traditionalist drafts, if you go for something like the Slark 1, you do want to wait for a critical momentum to occur. Now on top lane we do see a 2-man stun. BKB gets procced by Chris. In comes the actual Invoker ultimate as well in the form of the Cataclysm Tornado. It's gonna make absolutely sure that TP succeeds, and Asta just being obnoxious with the Arc Warden illusion will catch out TNT's Pangolier. Mavis, meanwhile, he gets like 2-shot by the Templar Assassin, blinking forward and showing just how much damage he's got built into her toolkit. Asta, that is the real Asta, not just some illusion. They didn't even have to think towards the bottom out, and yeah, he is gonna go down. His second life is gonna go down. That is 80 seconds, no Arc Warden, once again no buyback, and knowing that there's no buyback available for him means they go for more, find the Beastmaster over on the mid lane, Cardo with BKB fighting up PP, but PP he does find the crit finally for 1200 freaking damage in the face of the Marcy. No more cheerful whistling here. No sir, Marcy just doesn't get to enjoy herself at all. Invoker. He went for a YOLO, killed them with the Earthshaker, realized full well, hey, if I don't make something happen here, this game is lost. Guess what? With the Earthshaker, you do not get to press any buttons. Spirits, but eventually people are just gonna press BKB to run you down every time. Speaking of BKB, Fonte is gonna do just that. Presses BKB, kills off the real Astra without buyback, and now Chen goes on down as well. Double kill for the Mirana, as they are just gonna be able to run at the Ancient. See if they can force a buyback, and once they realize no buyback for the Arc Warden, I think Gorilla are gonna feel a lot more empowered. Chen buying back, but that's already tier 4 tower dropping. That is the second tier 4 dropping low as well. Tango rolls up, DB presses BKB, but Carlo still super stronger than Marcy. 1 kill, 2 kill, got himself a double. Golbash doing some serious work at this point in the game. Fonte though, able to leap out and just machine gun back in. They got 45 more seconds to get at least one more follow-up kill, and they will onto Carlo on the Marcy, and Leash ends, and with that so does Marcy's life. Beastmaster now goes on down, the tier 4 tower goes on down, and that is gonna be the Ancient. Taken apart, GG gets called by TNC. As Asta, he didn't have buyback when it matters. TNC, provided they do not lose this Mavis Winter Wyvern, but with the Shackles and the Dawnbreaker going ham, they will most definitely lose her. TNT, like I said, go get himself online. I'm sorry guys, that pause is kind of taking the wind out of my sails. Nothing a good cup of espresso after this game won't fix. Chris could be in a bit of trouble. The shield crash, it is doing some work. Not quite enough though. And PP, he is gonna live as Rubik doesn't quite have the damage range to secure the kill just yet. 4-2-0 for Gorilla, who are having the time of their lives. Starting. Then I think this top lane could be going fine. Talk about the bot matchup. It's actually really favorable for the side of TNC until the lane stage ends, because Undying can just zone out the Void so strongly. Fonte doing his best to farm up, but he is within kill range, and Winter White. If the real Zeus was here, it would be super scary, but he wants to farm for a while longer. He wants to make sure he hits some really good item timing. Especially the Aghanim shard time is going to be super important. And I think he knows. That's why he's going for a Kaya early on, making the most out of his damage. They will gang up on the Undying. In comes that Zeus ultimate, this time at least immediately, so I don't go missing any kills. And Fonte. We got a really good time to fight on the back of the Chronosphere again now, which is why I'm kind of waiting for that to happen and keeping an eye on Fonte. Undying, locked in place, taking top damage. In comes the Dawnbreaker ultimate to preserve the Chrono. He gets exposed straight into the Dawnbreaker ultimate. Down goes the Tombstone. Void on the chase. Undying still tanking it up with a lot of slow and strength. Void will, however, just Chronosphere the tower, Cronus with the Pangolier who just comes to TP'd in, but this is the mid Pango, meaning Chris is tanking a flip through this. Doctoress will sacrifice himself. And Undying may not have been your priority target here, as he is too tanky to get some good value trade set up. Oh, he's being hunted for. Asta. Does he have a similar level of game sense? Whoops. Not really, and I don't think Bristol is hero anyhow. I wonder why nobody plays a Chris. I did mention Chris's Pangolier was really sick. And Asta, he has had such a hard game, however, he went to the jungle, is farming up real effectively right now. So... yeah, look at him go. Farming 2 jungle camps at once. But in order to create all that space for the Bristleback, the Undying will go down to a one-man Chronosphere. I mean, you do what you have to, I guess. And... Undying getting set up on it with the Dawnbreaker ult. That is another guaranteed kill. And I love how they have that Tolo Chronosphere available constantly, but know full well Dawnbreaker ult is slightly less valuable. So preferably you just press R on the Dawnbreaker. It's like a second Chronosphere to this Void. That's what I think makes this draft so good for a large part. That, and of course this use who, like I said, has that shard cleanup. He is going for that percentage-based damage to make sure right. He has a Kaya and Sage, so he would get that Vambrace like item I'm proposing. And if he would toggle it on agility, then all of the bonuses get amplified. Because he already has the other. Now another nice Dawnbreaker ultimate on the Bristleback who was pushing the aggression with the Aegis. He's gonna be just fine, and a nice golden blaze means he is gonna be more than fine. As the Winter Wyvern ultimate sets up a potential turnaround off the back of Pangolier. Mavis dies for that though, so they would really like to get something out of that, but they can't quite with that Shadow Shaman ultimate there. But yeah, just make a sort of tier 3 or tier 4 item Vambrace that basically gives the same stats as Kaya or a Sage or a Yasha. When you talk a lot of health, but it can grant you so much value if you just drop one at 7, 8, 9 minutes. People still buy Tangos and Solves at the timing. Guo on the bottom lane, getting his strength stolen, getting torn to shreds. Carlo got that kill. Use. Yeah. He kind of has to watch out from this back. Especially until he has Shard. With the Shard, at least, you got one reliable enough answer against them. Guys, do you really want to kill off this Bristleback? You can't even ask. Pangolier from behind ruins your day. Hyper late gamer. He does start falling off eventually. Because they nerfed this damage big time after everybody realized, hey, Warpath can just be used to shove in a tower and nobody can really stop you anymore. Aegis gets reclaimed. I mean, he was 0 mana, so it does work out pretty well. Going back to full. Charging in to try and help his team out. Down, coming to the tombstone by the Undying. Shadow will drop an ultimate. However, that is PB, that is Doctoress, that is that you are lacking all of your damage, all of your lockdown. And now the snakes will just get farmed.
Нижнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют.
A tier 2 game pressed by Asta once again. Look at the damage he's taking though. Has to put the BAB really early, but doesn't really mind an entire team to back him up. PP did get a kill on Carter in exchange for that, and Rubik only support is a good support to start the fight off with. Right, you can do more, but look at Bog, this Undying. So big, having a ton of impact as Shadow Shaman goes down as well. Fighting into a flash, Golden plus a Bristleback. I don't think it gets much more difficult than that. Roshan without the armor. Still getting pursued by Asta. Asta does deal fat chunks of damage. But there is the second smoke at the first one. Didn't quite find an angle. They weren't quite 100% certain. Are the enemies in the road? But this time around they are though. And Tombstone is still gonna be too fast up the road. Only Douglas dies for that just now, but now Marcy will follow up. Dawnbreaker. Oh, forced to BKB TP out. And guess what? You're still gonna stay here, my friend. You're still gonna play against 4 or 5 people surrounding you and just ganging up on you.
Центральную башню сил света атакуют.
Led to Asta punishing them time and time again. Like, if you try to initiate on Bristleback and he's able to turn his back onto you, you're pretty much already towards the initiation. And all the resources are available. Chronosphere, Dawnbreaker, ultimate use, but against BKB, still looks kinda iffy. No Aegis anymore for the Bristleback, but Void doesn't get to cast his Time Walk. After just dishing out too much nuke damage, he will finally go down, and for 80 seconds he had a significant gold lead. It's worth 1.5k, helps swing the gold net worth around a little bit, but not landing that chrono there is still a really huge mistake that is gonna keep them in the game. And I think the Bristle shard, it is one of, if not the most underrated shards in the competitive scene. Hardly any Bristle spammers hardly ever buy this thing, and it's so good. Why don't you go for Hairball? When it came out, it was good enough to just bring Bristleback back into relevancy, and it's still 2 Quill Sprays and a Vicious Nasal Blue, right? So 20 seconds cooldown, well, it may not be that great, and I get it, it should be more like 15. Bristol himself is already so strong, but that ability just needs to be contained. Look at this use, this is what I mean. Use seems like he's getting away, and then all of a sudden in comes a fresh stack of Nasal Blue, and nom nom nom. Down you go to the Bristleback, some delicious farm. Shadow Shaman. He dies as a hero. Boom! Down goes the Winter Wyvern. Followed by the Rubik. That is a nice initiation, but at the cost of the Shadow Shaman. There is that Chronosphere we have been waiting for, and mind you, Void has been hitting the Bristol front back and he still deals so much damage. But guess what? It is not gonna be enough to save from the Winter Wyvern. It's the BKB coming out. Instead, Winter Wyvern dies for that one. Buyback has to be committed from the Shadow Shaman. In comes the Dawnbreaker ultimate as they really want this Bristleback kill. Rubik had to buy back in order to make that happen. But guess what? He can just fly in there and help his team once again stabilize the buybacks, paying off a ton totally. And that means it's 2 minutes without Chronosphere, 2 minutes in which defending this base can end this game with just the Aegis being available as well as the Tombstone. And judging from the damage Bristleback deals, just a little bit of backup, they could very well manage to do so. BKB gets procced by the Dawnbreaker. He gets stunned up. He on this saves his life. He's still going through the backlines, but Zeus does go on down. Zeus buyback is available, and I feel like you need to use it, especially with TNC getting picked up by the Rubik there. It is 2 for nothing so far, and in come those buybacks, 2 of them at once. They will kill off the Winter Wyvern with a little bit of help from the Dawnbreaker. Also, the Winter Wyvern should not be your main target, and Void knows that. Look at that, he finds the Chronosphere onto 2, undying that. Bristleback that the first time as well. Now working on the Tombstone with amazing attack speed. Tombstone is down. Bristleback he lives one more time with the Blink Dagger though. Able to turn things around once again. Another buyback has to come out from the Marcy. Pressure orb available. I think the most important part is keeping buyback at the ready. And whatever you do, just do not miss your Chronosphere. You got 2 Chronospheres. If you use a one-man Chronosphere to kill off the Bristleback, I think that's already enough. And if you use both of the Chronospheres to kill off the Bristleback, this can still be acceptable, provided you don't lose anyone. Now, we are going to see how that goes for them. There is that one-man Chronosphere thrown on the Bristleback, just as I mentioned it. The Bristleback is down for 2 minutes. Yeah, there's that late-game Void coming into play, which made him one of, if not the most popular heroes of the meta. TNC gotten from the side of Gorilla if they actually want to make their way to the Dire base. This tier 1 tower, it shouldn't be that hard to kind of push it down, but the tier 2, that will be defendable. I don't think you need to wait for high ground at all. Hell, looking for how much this Void hits, I do not think it's 1 to land high ground. Just look at how quickly he deals with the tower. Now in comes the Dawnbreak in the backline with the BKB trying to run out of there. BKB ends just as Pango is under her, so she gets stunned up. And another roll. Easy dominating, easy life. Now we get snakes fighting snakes as Rubik does steal the Shadow Shaman ultimate. And in goes the Bristleback dealing with Shadow Shaman's ward some more. There's the Void looking to jump to Bristle with mixed luck. Only 2 Rexes standing. The bottom range back also still available. In goes another Chronosphere on the Bristleback and he's just dead. Void tries to refresh. He has to double Chrono thanks to a really good win. Wind having Cold Embrace. In comes the Winter's Curse to follow things up. Just to deal with the Void BKB. Marcy rebounds in with the Skull Basher. Should be able, yeah, that Undying, not allowed to teleport out. He will reincarnate, will pop Tombstone for spawning. And guess what, man? You're dead, you're just stun locked up. They played super well and they are ending a little bit later than the draft would like to. But they are ending nonetheless. That is Megas. And now tier 4s can be shoved in.
Radiant's middle tower is falling. Radiant's middle tower is falling. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
The Ancient also just getting destroyed, and I think this GG, yeah, Void. He tries for one final go. Didn't have the Chronosphere. 20 seconds till double Chrono, but your Ancient wouldn't have lived 20 seconds. So in he goes, dies, calls the GG, and a good game it was. A 1-1 series where TNC
Right.